Well, to be honest, I didn't know I was going to serve a mission for a long time. I decided to keep the idea open to it. Just kind of some experiences that my mom went through. She wanted to serve a mission, and then she was counseled not to because of personal circumstances and things like that. But I always thought, well, I could go on a mission, or I might not go on a mission. It all depends on what happens when 21 comes around. And so I was actually here at BYU when I heard about the mission change, the age change, in 2012. Yeah, that's when it was. And I thought, oh my goodness, I'm 3 months away from being 19 now. What am I going to do? So I thought about it a lot, and I prayed about it. And the more I thought about it, the more I could imagine myself as a sister missionary, the more I could see myself on the streets talking to people. And it just really filled me with that desire, but also happiness to go out and serve. So that's kind of what led up to it. It's kind of a funny story when I got my call. When I found out that it was assigned and that it was being sent, I knew that after it had been assigned, it was going to take like a week or so to get to my house from what I had heard. Even though I knew it wasn't going to show up until at least Wednesday, I checked the mail every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I heard that most calls came on Thursday. So Thursday, I checked the mail. There's nothing. So I started to go down to the basement, and literally maybe not 2 minutes, but a minute or so after I had checked the mail, my mom yelled down the stairs, "It's here! It's here!" I thought, oh my gosh, that was fast. I just checked. So I ran up the stairs, and my mom was freaking out. I'm the oldest, so it was the first time any of us had ever gone through anything like that. And so she's like, okay, I'm going to call your dad. We're going to get him over here. He's going to come home from work. We're going to call your grandma and grandpa. We're going to call your aunt. We're going to get everyone here. And so 10 minutes after I got my call, I ended up opening my call. Because my mom was very ecstatic and excited. And her visiting teachers came at the same time, so they recorded it. Anyway, I was shaky when I was reading through my call, but as soon as I saw Brazil, I just couldn't stop laughing. I started jumping up and down, and it was very exciting. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to Brazil! I couldn't stop saying that, so it was very fun. I went to Provo. I was supposed to go to Sao Paulo, but about 3 weeks before I was supposed to go, my stake president called and said, so you've been reassigned to Provo because your visa's not in yet. It's like, okay, great. So I went to the Provo MTC, which was so good. I was so worried about going straight to Brazil, not knowing a lick of Portuguese or Spanish. I had nothing to really help me out in that sense. So it's like God knew what I needed. So that was good. There were 2 moments in the MTC that really kind of, okay, there might have been a few more than that, but the one that I realized that this is where I was supposed to be, it was like 2 or 3 weeks into the MTC, and I had my mom send me a miniature copy of my patriarchal blessing, and so I hadn't had it with me for the first few weeks while I was at the MTC. And I was just struggling, and I thought, how am I going to get this done? How am I going to learn the language and teach people and things like that? And I got my patriarchal blessing back, and I read it, and I realized it does say that I'm supposed to go on a mission right here. It does say that I've been prepared for this moment. And after that, I read Doctrine and Covenants, section 6, and that was just a really powerful kind of witness that I was where I was supposed to be, and that God had faith in me. So it was really touching. It was a really good moment.